Alright, so I've seen a video about SB19 at sinasabing napakayaman daw ng SB19. So na-curious ako kung gaano kadaming pera meron tong mga tao na to because they've built multi-million empire nakalagay sa title nitong channel na pangalan ng channel ay Dramatics. At sabi ganito daw kayaman ng SB19 kaya sabay-sabay tayo. Tara, tignan natin kung gaano kayaman tong mga taong to because I just know that they deserve all the wealth and everything they have right now in their lives. Deserve nila yan lahat. Kaya tignan natin kung gaano ba talaga kayaman at kung may balato ba may balato ba tayo. Sige, tignan natin ha. Chill ka lang, titingnan na natin ngayon na agad. Subscribe if you want SB19 contents. Madami yan dito sa channel natin. Let's go.
Imagine nyo to, the year
Pwede saglit lang. Ano ba, Dramatics? Subscribe natin sa Dramatics kasi ang lupit ng thumbnail niya eh. Pero i-unsubscribe kita pag may sinabi kang masama sa SB19. Okay, Dramatics, take it away. Nilike na din kita. Nakastart agad yung video mo. Excited ka ba? May lakad ka ba, Dramatics? Okay.
is 2026. Imagine nyo to, the year is 2026. Nasa labas ka ng Philippine Arena. Ito
Okay.
ang pinakamalaking indoor arena sa buong mundo. May 55,000 seats.
Aha.
At for the second time in history para sa isang Filipino act, sold out na naman ito. Hindi lang isang gabi, kundi 2 consecutive nights. Nasa
The first ever na mag-concert ng sold out sa Philippine Arena for 2 consecutive nights. Alam mo ba yung meaning na consecutive? Magkasunod na gabi. Ha? 55,000 magkasunod na gabi. Walang ano yun, walang black towels yun. Sold out. Okay, tuloy mo.
na naman ito, hindi lang isang gabi, kundi 2 consecutive nights. Nasa stage ang 5 lalaki. They are wearing custom designer outfits,
Aha.
performing with world-class production, at rinig na rinig mo ang sigaw ng libu-libong fans, ang 18. They are at the top of the food chain. Pero, kung babalikan natin ang bank accounts nila 10 years ago, zero. Actually, negative pa nga.
Damn. Ang title, ganito kayaman ng SB19. Ilang milyon ang talent fee, ang multi-million empire of kings of SB19. Empire na kings of P-pop. Ilang milyon kaya yung talent fee? Milyon ba yung talent fee? God damn. Well, they deserve it. Damn, okay. Bilisan mo. So, sabi niya dati, 10 years ago, zero daw. Wala pang pera talaga, negative pa daw. Sige nga.
Ang bank accounts nila 10 years ago, zero. Actually, negative pa nga. Baon sa utang, walang sweldo, at ang dinner nila, madalas hati-hati pa sila sa iisang order ng kanin at ulam para lang maitawid ang gutom.
Kaya,
Sila ang SB19.
naghihiraman pa ng damit. Mind you, they share clothes with each other. Ganun sila kahirap, pare.
Pero sa video na ito, hindi lang natin pag-uusapan kung gaano sila kagaling kumanta o sumayaw. Alam na natin yan. We are going to talk about the
Kape
business
tayo.
empire they built behind the scenes. Paano nga ba nila tinurn around ang career nila from being ridiculed as K-pop wannabes to becoming multi-millionaire business moguls
Damn, K-pop wannabes, no? God damn.
na nagbubukas na ngayon ng pinto para sa next generation?
By the way, that's well on the past. We've taken inspiration, obviously, being under a Korean company, but that is well in the past and we've moved on and this is now P-pop entirely. This is a new thing.
Paano sila nakawala sa alipin mindset ng music industry para maging sarili nilang boss? Securing the biggest endorsements like McDonald's, Bench, at Honor of Kings, at panalo sa legal war para sa sarili nilang pangalan? So the question everyone is asking is, gaano na ba talaga kayaman ng SB19 ngayon? Para ma-appreciate natin yung yaman nila ngayon, kailangan muna nating intindihin kung gaano kababa yung pinanggalingan nila. Let's rewind a bit. Before the flashing lights, SB19 was basically an experiment. ShowBT Philippines, a Korean company, wanted to bring the intense K-pop training system sa Manila. Ang catch? Walang bayad. For years, sina Pablo, Josh, Stel, Ken at
No payment, walang sahod, just an food allowance na kulang pa. Nilaban nila ito despite all the criticism, the negativities, they've fought for where they are right now. At it is not an easy war. Hindi ito pinamana lang sa kanila.
Justin trained for 9 hours a day without a salary. Wala silang assurance kung magde-debut ba sila o hindi.
Yeah.
Let's look at their profiles bago sila sumikat. Sobrang layo sa buhay nila ngayon. Si Josh, he came from a really tough background. Galing siya sa broken family at nag-open up siya na naging victim siya ng domestic violence noong bata siya. Para mag-survive, nagtrabaho siya bilang computer technician at call center agent sa sobrang batang edad. He literally had to hustle just to eat. Si Pablo, siya yung may stable job sana. Data analyst siya sa Makati. Kumikita na siya, may career path, pero iniwan niya lahat yon. Sabi niya sa interviews, he felt scammed into joining kasi ang promise sa kanya, solo artist siya, pero ginawa siyang leader ng grupo.
Ini-scam ako, pre. Sabi, solo artist daw, tapos ginawa kong leader.
Instead na mag-quit, tinanggap niya yung role at yung hirap. Si Stel, working student, nagtrabaho sa fast
Ito po yung bias ko. Napaka-pogi, oh. Napaka-kinis. Ano?
food crew habang nag-aaral ng Hotel and Restaurant Management o HRM. Sa sobrang pagod sa training at trabaho, nagkaroon pa siya ng pulmonary edema o tubig sa baga. Si
The fuck?
Justin, multimedia arts student sa CSB. Imagine, tinatapos niya yung thesis niya for honorable mention habang tumataka sa training. He was balancing two incredibly difficult worlds. At si Ken, galing pa ng Zamboanga. Imagine the culture shock.
Kababayan. That's my kababayan right there. Ken, Susan, at subscribe kung, syempre, kababayan ko, subscribe na.
Malayo sa pamilya, probinsyano sa Manila, tapos walang pera. Anak at apo siya ng mga pastor, so lumaki siya sa simpleng buhay. They were literally bleeding cash. Wala silang pamasahe, walang pangkain. This created what we call the sisiu mentality. They were hungry, literally and figuratively. At kapag wala ka nang mawawala,
Bakit sisiu mentality? What does that imply? What does that mean? Sisiu mentality. Okay.
you become fearless. Yung go up, yun na dapat ang last song nila. Kung hindi yun pumakak, disband na sila. Back to normal life na sana sila.
Go Up was the last bullet in the clip in the magazine, right? Kung hindi yun pumutok, that's the last of SB19. SB19 wouldn't have been known kung hindi dahil sa last bullet na yun, which is Go Up. And shoutouts palagi kay Caps nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nung nag-post sa Twitter. Basta yung nag-post nung Go Up that she appreciated it. Shout out to her. Always, I appreciate her and thank you for that. I'll never forget her for that, man. And I just forget her name.
Fast forward to the Go Up era. Nag-viral, smikat. We know that part. Pero here is the business plot twist that changed everything. Usually, kapag sumikit ang boy band, ang yumayaman ay ang management. The artists, empleyado lang sila. They get a small cut after paying off huge training debts. Pero SB19 did something aggressive, something rare sa OPM. Noong 2023, napansin ng fans na tinanggal gila ang SB19 sa mga bio nila. Naging mahalima ang tawag sa kanila. Why?
I don't know. There's no right way to say it, but pero naiik ako sa mahalima, right? Kasi yung mahal lima, 'di ba? Mahal lima. Parang yun yung tama pag-pronounce doon. I'm not making any rules here, right? Para naman akong diyan, bearing, pero parang mas bet ko medyo na ko sa mahal lima. What is lima? Kaya nga lima 'di ba? Mahal lima. Don't mind me. That's just me talking to myself.
Because there was a silent legal war. ShowBT owned the trademark SB19.
Yeah.
Hindi nila magamit ang sarili nilang pangalan. Napilitan silang mag-cancel ng concerts sa Singapore, Dubai at Bangkok dahil dito. Sa business, this is a crisis. Your brand is your biggest asset.
Yeah.
Kung hindi mo pag-aari ang pangalan mo, you are vulnerable. So anong ginawa nila? They established 1Z Entertainment. Si Pablo ang CEO, si Justin ang creative director, si Stel, Ken at Josh active sa decision-making. They took control. Hindi lang sila nag-renew ng contract, they built their own table. And the
Damn.
biggest victory came recently. Noong August 2024, na-mark na as abandoned with finality ang trademark ng ShowBT at officially, nailipat na ang ownership ng SB19 trademark to 1Z Entertainment. This is a multi-million peso move.
God damn, man. Ooh. Josh's red hair is phenomenal. My gosh, my bias is here. Hair here. This Stell's long hair right here looks like an angel, man. Looks like an angel. God damn.
By owning the trademark, sila na ang may-ari ng masters, ng merchandise, ng brand deals at ng future nila. Wala nang middlemen na kukuha ng malaking porsyento. This transition from talent to owner is the primary reason kung bakit nag-skyrocket ang net worth nila in the last 2 years.
Legit?
Ngayon,
How much?
pag-usapan natin ang cash flow. Saan
Yes. Thank you. Actually, this is just a fair time, huh? We're 6 minutes in, almost half of the video, and he's talking about the actual content right now. Kasi ganito nga kayaman ng SB19. Maganda gumawa ng content sa Dramatics, ha? Timing. Kasi naiinip na ako. Saan yung pera? So, gusto kong mag-chismis about sa pera. Andito na. Ito na.
nanggagaling ang pera? SB19 is no longer just endorsing products. They are partnering with brands that shape Filipino culture. Ang tawag ng A10 sa mga brands na ito ay
Ninong.
Ninong at Ninang.
Yeah.
It's a genius marketing ecosystem. Let's look at their portfolio for 2024 and 2025. Sobrang stacked. First, McDonald's. Noong 2024, naging face sila ng Chicken McDiff with the Atinto campaign. This is huge. McDonald's usually gets global icons like BTS. For a local act to headline a major campaign like this, ibig sabihin, household name na sila. Pangmasa na ang appeal nila.
Yeah, man.
Then there's Bench. December
I'm sorry, pero when we talk about the viability, yung may tawag doon, viability. The capability of a brand or an idol para yung fan, yung product ay mabili. Hindi ko alam, in-explain ko na lang, no? SB19 is on top of that list because 18 is crazy. Kahit ano pa benta ng SB19, pag sinabing SB19 endorser yan, ubos yan. Crazy, man. 18 is crazy.
2024, pumasok sila as major ambassadors. Alam naman natin sa Pilipinas, Bench is the benchmark of celebrity status.
Aha.
Kapag nasa billboard ka ng
Ganun ba? Ganun ba yun? Ngayon ko lang nalaman na yung bench yung benchmark ng status ng celebrity. Okay. I just know that shit.
Bench sa EDSA, you made it. Isama mo pa dyan ang Xiaomi for the Redmi Note 13.
Man, McDonald's and Xiaomi I think is the most amazing brand because these are international brands, right? McDonald's is an international, Xiaomi is an international brand. So it's huge, man. Napakalaking pera niyan, pare.
Teen Series, Acer, Gcash, Pure Gold, Pizza Hut, at Pepsi. At recently,
Shoutout sa Ninang Pepsi, may bias when it comes to the commercials or the ads that mga partners ng SB19. Bias ko yung mga talagang nauna, yung mga nagtiwala ng mga walang-wala pa sila. Pepsi, TM, yung mga dati pa nagtiwala na. Shoutouts to them, man. Kung hindi dahil sa kanila, man, what the F.
Pasok na rin nila ang gaming world. Sila ang official artists for Honor of Kings
Yeah,
International
HOK.
Championship 20.
Sobrang yaman ng HOK kumpara sa ML kasi buraot yung ML. Sobrang tipid ng ML, pare. Wala na nga silang sa mga gamers nila, yung mga streamers, wala na silang binabayad. HOK got a lot of money, tons of it. Sobrang laki ng mga tournaments nila, prize pool. So sobrang laking pera nga nakuha nila dito. God damn, man.
2025. Malaking market ang esports at nakuha nila yon. Industry insiders estimate that top-tier celebrity endorsements in the Philippines can range from 5 million to 15 million or more per contract. Multiply mo yan sa dami ng brands nila, the revenue of 1Z Entertainment is definitely hitting 8 to 9 figures annually just from partnerships alone.
Pero alam nyo ba kung saan
8 to
talaga
9?
kumikita ng malaki ang artists?
Hindi ko
Hindi
alam.
sa Spotify streams. Nasa touring. Noong pagtatag
Oh, okay. So a billion streams doesn't matter. Is that right? If their tour is trash, it wouldn't matter. 'Di ba? Kung trash yung tour ng isang artist or isang group, bukod sa napakapangit, nakakasuka tignan, meaning it wouldn't matter because yung hindi na sila kikita ulit kung pangit yung tour nila. Hindi kagaya sa SB19 na all of their tours are amazing. At sobrang successful ng tour nila. Sila ngayong ginawaran, 'di ba, ng award na best concert tour. Ano yun ba yun? Basta sila yung ginawaran ng award dun sa tour nila sa Simula at Wakas. God damn! Simula at Wakas ba yun? Pagtatag.
World Tour 2023-2024, nilibot nila ang US, Canada at Asia. Pero mas naging aggressive sila sa Simula at Wakas World Tour ngayong 2025 at 2026. Kick-off pa lang, Philippine Arena na agad.
Man, 2 days.
Sold out ang tickets in less than 7 hours. Nag-add pa ng day 2 due to demand. Tandaan, ang rental pa lang sa venue na to is reportedly around 1 million pesos or more per day.
1M! 1M! God damn! Rental. Kasali na ba mga utilities doon? Or yung lugar pa lang? What? Sakot pa sa tao. Damn man, SB19 is on top of the world right now.
Hindi pa kasama ang production cost.
Damn!
To sell out 55,000 seats twice? That means gross ticket sales in the hundreds of millions. At hindi lang yan sa Pilipinas. Sold out din ang shows nila sa Los Angeles, Toronto at Vancouver. Dollars ang kitaan dyan. Plus, meron pa silang documentary film.
Yeah.
Pagtatag the documentary, grossed
I
21
watched
million pesos sa box office. Ito na ang highest grossing documentary sa history ng Pilipinas.
Highest grossing documentary is Pagtatag. So how much more kung meron pa silang documentary about Simula at Wakas? God damn, and Wakas at Simula is about to go down. Because the release is on March 27, the Wakas at Simula. SB19 is on their prime right now, man. Let's go.
They literally monetized their behind-the-scenes story. Genius move. Now, let's break down the individual wealth. Kasi hindi lang sila SB19. Bawat isa sa kanila ay may
Yeah.
sariling business at career.
Yeah, man.
They're
Solo
diversifying. Number 1, Pablo, the CEO and producer. Siya ang may pinaka-unique na revenue stream. Royalties. Siya ang main composer at writer ng karamihan ng
Ay, oo, no. That would matter. And that should matter kasi ikaw yung yung creative di ba? God damn. So aside from being Pablo, the artist, he's also Pablo, the writer, and the composer. Wow. So it pays. Binabayaran yung parte na yon. Oh my God. Damn.
hits nila tulad ng Gento, Mapa at Go Up. Every time piniplay ang kanta nila sa Spotify, YouTube, radyo o TV, Pablo gets a cut as the songwriter.
Yeah.
That is passive income for life.
What?
Siya rin ang CEO ng 1Z Entertainment. Number 2, Stel, the
Yun na yun? Yun na yung kay Pablo? Di pa nila pinag-uusapan yung yung mga merch and all, hindi pa yung solo career, solo concerts. I think he's about to say it. Pogi naman ang bias ko, what the heck?
TV personality and performer.
Yeah.
Stel is dominating mainstream TV.
Yeah.
Siya ang coach sa The Voice Generations at The Voice
Also Pablo. What the heck? Dramatics. Pablo is also a coach. What are you talking about, my guy?
Kids. Malaki ang talent fee sa TV exposure na ganito. Nag-release din siya ng solo EP na Room at nagkaroon
Hala, ano to? Matagal mo na ba itong na-record, pare? Back to back yung album ni Pablo, ah. Dramatics. What the heck?
ng nationwide tour. Siya ang pinaka-visible sa general public. Number 3.
Pinaka-visible. Pablo, Stel, Justin, Josh, Ken. I think right. Siya ang pinaka-visible, I think. Pero parang ano lang sila ni Aya. Parang ano lang sila ni Pablo kasi Pablo naging coach dun eh. Pero sa next season pa si Pablo. So I think still got it. Pero same lang sila, may tour. May solo stuff. Okay. Debatable.
Ken or Philippe, the fashion mogul.
Damn.
Ken is
Wow, that's a good name. The fashion mogul. Damn.
building a fashion empire. Meron siyang sariling clothing line, ang Superior Sun. Laging sold out ang drops nito shortly after launch. As a solo artist named Philippe, nananalo siya ng awards sa Wish Music Awards
Yeah, man.
at nakapag-solo concert pa sa Japan.
Yeah.
Captures the hypebeast and streetwear market. Number 4. Justin,
Justin.
the creative visionary. Justin creates the visuals. Siya ang creative director ng group, so he saves the company millions in production fees by
Yeah.
directing their MVs himself.
Yeah.
He also launched his own
Damn, he saves millions by being the creative mind when it comes to the visuals. Ang ingay ng aeroplano, buwisit. Yan ang hindi na-cancel ng headset. Ja!
business, Visar Society, selling aesthetic products. Pinasok na rin niya ang acting bilang si
Yeah.
Eknad sa Sangre at nag-release ng solo songs like Surreal. Number 5. Josh, the gamer and hustler. Josh leveraged
Gamer and hustler? Anong hustler? Ano ang meaning nun?
his gaming background. Siya ang artist for the gaming community, active sa Honor of Kings at Wild Rift collaborations. Ang solo track niyang Wild Tonight showed he can produce high-quality solo
Yeah.
acts.
Legit. Sobrang ganda nun.
May mga investments din siya sa
And his album is very underrated, man. When it comes to man, all of them are amazing, but Josh Cullen has the what do you call this, the emotional strain to it. Very, when you talk about album and how it connects to its creator, Josh is definitely on top of that list because that's his album is very personal.
crypto at properties. Galing siya sa hirap, so alam niya kung paano pahalagahan at palaguin ng pera. So, anong ginagawa nila sa lahat ng pera at influence na to? They invest it back. 1Z Entertainment is currently building The Zone, their own office,
Yeah.
recording studio at dance studio. Hindi lang to para sa kanila. They are looking for the next big thing. Nag-open na sila ng auditions para
Pag wala kang sinabi dito na amount, pare, there's gonna be a problem. Tell me the amount. Gaano sila kayaman?
sa kanilang first ever girl group trainees nitong January 2026. Ang goal nila is to create an ecosystem kung saan hindi na kailangan magdusa ng mga Filipino artists tulad ng dinanas nila. Gusto nilang punan ng mga pagkakulang ng industry. They are transitioning from being idols to being executives. Sabi nga ni Pablo, maybe today we're a boy band, but next week we're businessmen. So, sagutin natin ang tanong, gaano kayaman
Thank you, Dramatics. That's big. That's a big deal for me. Because I went here to your video to see and to know kung gaano sila kayaman. And thank you for that because madaming channel ang hindi sinasagot yung nasa thumbnail nila. In the first place, yun yung pinunta ko dito. Oh, sige, let's listen to Dramatics o kung anong sagot niya dito.
ng SBI ngayon? Financially, they are likely multi-millionaires with diverse assets, properties, luxury cars, businesses, and investments. Estimates suggest each member's net worth is well into the tens of millions, potentially more given their ownership stake in 1Z. But their true wealth isn't just the cash.
Shut the fuck up with the true wealth. Wala akong paki ngayon sa mga true wealth is the 18. Is the family. Wala. Pera ang usapan. Tens of millions. So, he's talking about like 20, 50 million, right? Hindi pa siya umabot sa 100 individually. Yun yung sinasabi niya. So, siguro meron ngayong mga 30 million to 50 million ng SB19. Ganoon ba yun? Kasi sabi niya tens of millions. So, it's about 10 to 99, right? So, mga siguro mga may 30 million na sila ngayon or 50 million. Mga 20 to 30, mga ganon.
Their ownership stake in 1Z. But their true wealth isn't just the cash, it's the freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to
Yun, tama. I like that. Sorry for judging you, dramatics, The freedom. Oo nga, no? Totoo, hindi mo babayaran ng kalayaan, man. Wow. I like this, dramatics. Good content.
But their true wealth isn't just the cash, it's the freedom. Freedom to create the music they want. Freedom to own their name. And the power to change the lives of their families and the future of OPM.
Damn.
From sharing a single meal to owning the company that manages them, SB19's story is the ultimate proof na sa negosyo at sa buhay, ownership is the key to true success.
Wow.
Kayo 18, ano sa tingin nyo ang pinakamalaking yaman na naibigay ng SB19 sa inyo o sa OPM industry?
Oh my God.
Is it their music, their story,
Kinalabutan ako.
or the pride they bring to the Philippines? I-comment nyo sa baba. Babasahin ko lahat yan.
Damn. The goosebumps went with that final words, dramatics. That's awesome. I appreciate you. SB19 did change my life and my perspective when it comes to music and in general. It opened my mind pagdating sa music. Dati pag sinabing parang yung tunog K-pop ako na bading ang puta, ganun ako dati, man. I'm not gonna shy away from that shit because I'm a heavy hip hop guy. And I only listen to rap music way before, like 2020, before 2020. Hindi naman ako nagja-judge, pero when I listen to this kind of stuff, it's usually mediocre shit. Usual shit. Yung parang it's watered down content. Alam mo yung parang it's just about the groove and the sound of it. Walang laman yung mga punyetang nilalabas nila way before SB19, right? Ang ganda pakinggan. Pero what's the message? Where's the depth? And I found that in hip-hop music, in rap music, because it's usually just rapping and saying what you want to say with honesty and pride, right? That's what you see in rap music. Very underrated and full of emotions, full of substance. That's what's important to me. But when I discovered them, and I see the lyricism, the purpose, the passion, and the talent, man. Very talented people. Doon ko nakita na wag kang judgmental, tanga. Hindi porket hindi mo alam at hindi mo naiintindihan, dapat hate mo na. That's what I've realized nung nakilala ko ang SB19. Wag kang tanga, Curbs. Ang tanga-tanga mo to judge these people. You don't even know them. Diba? Yun yung na-realize ko and they're really good, man. Hindi nila sinasacrifice yung laman, yung content, or yung purpose ng kanta just because for the, alam mo yun, to be trendy or to have the views. They don't do that shit. And if they do, they make a really good sounding and they make a novelty song, but they don't sacrifice the content or the lyrics. Kaya nilang gawin yon, and that's what's make them amazing. Ganun sila kalupit. And I don't care what anybody says. They're one of the best artists that walk on earth ever. That's what I've been saying. And aside from that shit, music, tanggalin natin yung music wise. Fuck that shit. Right? Kung gaano sila as a person, as people, as boys, as men, they're the best. Sila yung mga patunay na yung mga artist pala, tao din na kagaya natin, and they can be really, really nice. Sobrang mababait. You cannot say anything bad about these people. Kasi I'm just looking at their faces and I'm so proud to see this alam mo yung collective individuals. They're not perfect individually, but as a group, I only see perfect people when they are together. Individually, you can, pwede kami masabi na di mo to gusto ganyan, pero as a group, I think they're perfect, man, because they cancel out each other. Kunwari, eto, magwa-wild si Stel. Patatahimikin siya ngayon na, "Huwag ka masyadong wild." Alam mo yung, they cancel out. That's why it makes them perfect as a group, man. I'm saying a lot about here because, sino yun? Because Dramatics asked me a question, so I'm just answering, right? But that's the beauty of it. And, at the end of the day, ang matitira sa mundo na to ay ang musika mo, your art. And that's the reason why we're all here, right? We're talking about SB19 and how good they are and gaano kadaming pera nila. But at the end of the day, it's the music that matters. Kasi yun yung matitira, yun yung ipapasa sa saling lahi, yun yung papakinggan ng mga susunod na henerasyon. And ang musika nila ay sobrang ganda at sobrang saying that their music is sobrang ganda is an understatement because it literally saves lives. It changes perspectives. It makes us a better person, and we think about this every single day, and I think about it in my personal way. When I'm sad, I listen to SB19. When I'm happy, appreciative, and grateful with my life, I listen to them. Pag bad trip ako, I listen to them. They have all the songs that you need. Pag Christmas, I listen to them. They have it all, man. This is the best group and you cannot say anything bad about them. Kasi ito aside from all that I've said, kung kupal sila, all of that shit that I've said won't matter. Because I don't care. Kasi tarantado ka di ba? Kung malaman ko na ito, mga gago pala to, I'll stop. Your music won't matter to me because it matters like kung tarantado ka, mababawasan yan parang hindi ayoko na, mga kupal pala yan but they're not. They're such an amazing nice people. 'Di ba? Kaya very perfect, very talented. Hindi sila nagbibigay ng kulang, palaging sobra. If they can give it all, they're gonna give it all. And that's since the beginning. No, nothing's changed. Simula nung walang nanonood sa kanila sa Iloilo, nung sa mall walang nanonood hanggang ngayon, they are giving it their all. Ang puso ko parang saying all of that shit, nainikip yung dibdib ko. Sobrang saya, sobrang saya. Damn! Okay, comment natin dito. Tinanong niya ako kung anong SB19. SB19 is the best. Kukurutin ko sa itlog ang kukontra. Wait nga, ano pangalan nito? Dramatics. Thanks for this, Dramatics. Dramatics, you're awesome. Alright, so that's it guys. If you like the content, subscribe because man, this is such a long video. But lahat ng sinabi ko ay katotohanan lamang and it came from the heart. At kung nagbo-bullshit ako dito, malalaman niya naman yan Hindi na wala namang stupido sa atin, lahat tayo matatalinong tao. If you like it, if you want to see more content about SB19, madami dito yan. So subscribe. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to my to all that I've said. And let's share and let's support SB19. Share the love and be kind to one another. Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, choose to be kind. Pero, para na lang kung kinukupal ka, then, it is what it is. Gawin mo ang dapat gawin. Yun lang. Maraming salamat. And as always, it's been Curse PH and you, Master, have been amazing.